I asked Valley Outreach to come talk to you because of your involvement in the kids' lunches, which we're going to get to in a second. But first, tell me how Manger came about, though.
Sort of long story short, I was at a restaurant, prior to this for like 7 years, and it sort of just got to the point where I was like, all right, I want to take that next step. And then the opportunity to move into this space opened up from a mutual friend. 2 months after that, we held our first events here and opened up.
Now to growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
We're going to close the bars, we're going to close the restaurants, we're going to close the places where we gather.
Governor Tim Walz announced all public K-12 schools across the state will be shut down by Wednesday.
The move creates great uncertainty for hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans.
So why was your first, rather than thinking about how can I keep my restaurant going, your first inclination was, let me get food in the hands of kids that aren't going to get it? What was that? Why was that your first inclination?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was that I have a really great support system with family, and we just felt really fortunate. I know that there were a lot of people who were less fortunate, so we're like, anything that we can do to help others. But if the restaurant has to close for X amount of time, we'll make it work. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, there's greater need with other people than with us, and we'll sort of just do what we have to do to get it done.
Not only did you start bagging lunches, you were just sticking them in coolers, putting them out in the restaurant outside and telling people, come pick them up.
We didn't want to have people feel guilty or any sort of shame about it. And so we're like, what's the easiest way we can get food in their hands without them having to ask for it? Well, let's just put food out on, in a cooler, and people can come up and take it, and we'll just refill it and stock it as necessary. Seeing the same families coming every day was a huge thing. We'd have kids coming out there, they'd pull up, kids would get out of the van and grab a bunch of lunches for their family, or kids riding their bikes here to get the lunch. Totally puts things in perspective.
I'm the oldest of 10 kids, so my experience with food is food shelves.
Yep.
And so Valley Outreach is important to me because I understand the clients and the experiences there. What's your reasoning for working with Valley Outreach and being a part of that?
Our family would always center our days around eating dinner or lunch or doing a meal. I think it was important for my parents to be involved just because they came from humble beginnings, but they've always known the importance of supporting the community, people who are less fortunate. Food is obviously super important to me, and I think it just brings everyone together. And so it was just sort of an easy thing to be a part of.
With the pandemic going on right now, how important is it, do you think, for the community to get involved and to not just donate money, time, energy, all of those things?
I think it's definitely, now is more important than ever. When COVID first started happening, we saw a big surge with the restaurant and people were giving, and I feel like that trend of giving has sort of died down a little bit, and now it's like we have to remember that it is still as important than ever. There's so much uncertainty going on. We don't know what our world is going to look like in 2 months, 6 months, who knows, and it's, I think, just super important right now.